Welcome to your medical unit huddle for January 18th through the 25th. I'm Ricky, your nurse manager. Did you miss me? I have quite a few things that I'm going to cover this video, so bear with me if it is a little long-winded, okay? So for quality, we have had folks getting injured, including myself. But the proper way to document that is to go into the source, and under the apps there is a workers' comp section that you fill out. So just scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll find the workers' comp. Do not fill out an RL. That is mainly for patient issues and concerns. So just that little reminder. Also, our unit, excuse me, our service line is zero pressure ulcers for this year is our goal. And so this month we had Lisa Harris, who is a dietitian with diabetes education. She came and spoke at our staff meeting. So if you missed that, I do have some information that we'll be rolling out for you guys to review that, just to help with patients' nutrition, to help prevent pressure ulcers. And then we'll keep rolling some more information out as the year goes along. So speaking of that, goes right into turn teams. We have to make sure that we are doing the turn teams, and I know that it's real easy for us to assign primary teams to make sure that that is happening, but we have to make sure that it's happening. So however that looks, if you guys are assigning the primary teams, or if you're assigning teams of people to do that, I think one of the things that we really need to focus on is being able to identify who those patients are that need turned. You can include that in your Epic work list. Sometimes there's like an order for turns or something like that. And then also communicating with the charge nurse if there is a patient who isn't identified as a turn, but you feel that they could benefit from the turning, we need to be able to capture that as well. So again, that's our goal. For nurses, that is completing the Braden checklist, and then also anytime that we get a new admission, whether it's an admission or it's a transfer in from another unit, you have to make sure that you are assessing the skin. There's been some conversation of whether we document that in Epic or not, so stay tuned for that, but we have to make sure that that is happening. There have been a couple in the past that patients who have had wounds, and then we miss those, and then unfortunately when they're found later, we get dinged for that, so bummer. Blood transfusion reactions, in the event that you have one, please make sure that you are filling out an RL for that, just a reminder there. Also, if you were at the staff meeting, we talked about bedside report. That will be rolling out. You should see some more information coming from Janet as to what that will look like, and then she'll begin doing the return demonstrations, so that will be scheduled for you soon, so be looking for that as well. One other reminder for the PCTs, during shift change, we really just want to stress that I know that you guys want to have a report with each other, but really for the PCTs, the guideline is that you have more of a silent report, and really your source of truth is going to come from your RN. So if you're, really looking for things that you need to focus on for your patient that day, you really need to touch base with that RN. I ask the same thing from the RNs, is that if you need something from your PCT, you have to communicate that to them. So really, it's just reports are taking longer, and of course our patients are pretty sick and those kinds of things. So we need to make sure that we have all hands on deck. So PCTs, if you can kind of make it short and sweet so that you guys are available to be on the floor. Again, that's why we have the staggered shifts. So there's that. Go through my list here. Innovation, safety views. You guys are doing an amazing job putting patients on safety views. I think almost every single day over the last couple weeks, we've been using anywhere from 2 to 3 safety views, so thank you so much for doing that. That just really helps keep our patients safe. It's free eyes, and of course, again, we want to make sure that we are capturing that that we have patients that need that, right? So we're not using up one-to-ones because we want bodies on the floor. Also, Visi, we got to use it, man. We will be hitting that hard here in the next couple of weeks. making sure that we are using the Visi device. I did do some spot audits too to look at why patients are not on Visi. I found quite a few that were blank for the comment, and then I think one actually just said patient not on Visi was in the comment, but that's not a reason why they're not on. So please make sure that you guys have a legit reason. We want to make sure that, you know, our patients understand that this is just another piece of surveillance for us to be able to make sure that they're safe, and that they're being monitored while they're on our unit. We do have quite a few catches. I know it has its glitches and things like that, but we have to make sure that our patients are on Visi. I know during the day it gets a little tedious when patients are going to and from procedures. So that's where, you know, we do need the help, you know, from the night shift, I would say, to help us make sure that we're putting those patients on as much as possible. It really does just kind of help out the workflow during the day, you know, when we do have to do that on and off and that kind of thing. But anyway, we're going to figure it out, so stay tuned on that. Staffing recognition, Chris. Congratulate Chris for winning the Daisy Award. And thank you for everyone who was there to help celebrate his award a couple weeks ago, actually, so sorry about that. And then we want to welcome Seth and Sarah. They are full-time night shift PCTs who have joined us, so if you see them, welcome them. They come to us with some great experience, positive attitudes, and they will be great additions to our team, so we're looking forward to having them. Also, the employee voice is now open through the end of January, and this survey's theme is innovation, so please make sure that you guys are taking that survey. I would like to see at least 90% of our employees taking that survey. It's completely focused, like I said, on the innovation. It helps me so I can kind of guide us and keep that vision of where we need to focus and that kind of thing. So please take the time to take that survey. I think it's right around 7 questions. So make sure that you guys are doing that. And then one last thing, I want to talk about the guidelines of care. Our unit council has spent well over a year putting our guidelines of care together. They have done a phenomenal job. I hope that you guys have taken a look at that. One, because it is a big project to roll out. They've done a great job now that they're rolling it out week by week, pieces of that. So you should have seen some emails coming from IMA regarding some of the quizzes. Our first winner for the week 1 was Amy Marks from Float Pool, so congratulate Amy on being our winner for that. There are some weekly prizes that go to our winners of each week for those quizzes. And then at the end of the 4 weeks, someone will win a grand prize, I am told, an embroidered jacket. So please take the time to read those guidelines. Your team have put a lot of hours into it. It is not a quick read, so again, that's why we're rolling it out in sections. But you know, if you do see your unit council members, please thank them for all of the work that they put into that, because it really is phenomenal. I will tell you, word is out house-wide, and a lot of people, other units, want to get their hands on it, so it's a big deal. I think that is all I have. It looks like I am well over my minutes, and I'm getting texts right now. See, I can't get a free moment. Anyway, I will be in New Orleans this next week for the A1, the American Organization of Nurse Executives Fellowship. I want to thank our leaders for holding down the fort while I am away, but you can always email me. I'll be checking that periodically, and I thank you guys for being an amazing team, for allowing me to feel pretty confident that I can go, and you guys have got this. We have a great team to work with, so thank you so much. I am well over my time, and I'm going to turn it over to your charge nurse for your shiftly concerns, quality concerns. Almost forgot my little spiel. And as always, I encourage you to subscribe to our MCR Medical Unit YouTube channel. You guys have a great shift.